because I'm feeling it very strongly. Emphysema. Who's that for you, honey? Is that James? Perfect. Because he was just giving me his name before, and now I'm starting to feel the health issues. All right, well, I think we're going to just go down here. And they're laughing and saying it's okay. All right. So because he just gave me his name, he was making me feel the emphysema because it's his way of already making me feel the health relation. Do you understand it? And who's the maternal energy you were hoping for? Because he keeps saying to me, she's with me, she's here, just wait. Okay, good. But I'm going to start with him. But you were hoping for her? Wonderful. You were close to her? Mm-hmm. I don't even know. No one's ever made me do this before. They'll make me feel if I want to hug people. She makes me feel like I want to hug you, and then I feel like I'm kissing you all over. I don't know what that's about. I'm not going to do that now. But, oh no. It's what she's making me feel. It's just her excitement that she's so excited to talk to you. Do you understand? Okay, I'm getting a few more names. I need people to raise their hand if anyone recognizes these names, because I'm getting a few more names. Because James is standing here. He was already shutting my lungs down from across the room. I'm feeling the pair lungs with him, and I know there's emphysema set in. Even though there's other health issues, they'll either make me feel what they passed from or the thing that they suffered with the most. Do you understand it? Perfect. And not only with me attaching to him, he's cutting off my breath. So I know it's a real struggle, okay? So I'm gonna have a hard time with him, even though I'm gonna communicate with him and communicate with your grandmother, and it's your birthday present. Because we had to make sure we talked to her today, because she would have went home and said, could you have at least said happy birthday? Do you understand that? Perfect. All right. I'm going to have to ask him to step out for just a minute. Not that he's going anywhere. He's just going to step over here. I'm going to have my guide between both your grandparents, because he's making me feel the emphysema so strong that he's taking my breath away as I'm talking, and I don't want to be able to them communicate so quickly that I miss saying anything that they want to say to you. Do you understand it? Okay. So I'm just asking him to politely step back for just a minute and then have him come in with my guide, because if my guide stands between us, he can take some of that away so it's not as hard on my system, okay? Because when people pass and they start to make me feel the health issues and the complications, sometimes I can feel it very strongly, okay? Okay, good. I'm getting a couple more names. I need anybody to tell me if they recognize them, because not only is there 7 people here in her bloodline just behind James and the grandmother energy, but other people are starting to line up for where I'm going to come to next, okay? Who recognizes Donald? It's very clear. You recognize Donald? Okay, perfect. Because I'm starting to have other people line up. And Dorothy, but I want to call her Dot. Okay, I'm going to leave it. Huh? Somebody else recognize that? Is that a grandmother for you? Who has the grandmother energy named Dot? All right, I'm going to leave that, because that can be back a couple generations, because it could be a great-great that someone doesn't know. And it very well could be your family. Do you not know your genealogy? Okay, that's it. 'Cause my guide said, nope, it's in the family, meaning it's yours, so I'm just going to leave it, okay? All right, I'm going to ask James to step back in. Again, I'm going to have my guide between us, and there's other people stepping in, so I'm going to start picking up names, because I'm already getting Helen, so I'm going to leave her for a minute. Who recognizes Helen? Okay, because I feel like it's just behind me. Do you recognize that? Okay, good. Because she's coming over here and standing. So I'm going to leave that for a minute. I'm asking him to step back in. Was your grandmother the one that you asked to come through? I'm just asking. Okay, perfect. Okay, that's okay. I'm just asking. Because I'm feeling her. All right, as he starts to move around me, James is going to come stand here. And I have this row of 7 people just past the grandmother, so it very well could be that second person steps in for you. But as they start to line up, and I'm asking him to come stand over here, so it's not as hard on me. My guide's going to stand here instead of being right here, because I'll get that pulled right back into everybody's energy. Somebody's making me feel breast cancer. You recognize that? Perfect. Okay, good. Who's the one that passed through the breast cancer? Okay, perfect. Okay, good. And how are you associated with Helen? Okay, perfect. Because I get she's just behind Helen, so I'm going to leave her for a minute. Do you understand? Are you related? Because they make me feel like I want to tie the 2 of you together. Are you mother and daughter? Okay, that's okay. I'm just being told they're together. They belong to us. I have Helen standing here, and then I'm already feeling the breast cancer. Do you understand it? Okay, so I'm going to leave that until they start to talk to me. Okay? All right, but I'm gonna go back and forth between the 2 of you is what's going to happen, because she's making me feel that so strong, and he's making me feel the emphysema so strong. Okay? Who recognizes the other suicide? Besides the one I got before with the gunshot. Who recognizes that? Do you recognize another suicide? Okay. Do you recognize one too? Okay. Who recognizes the overdose? All right, so we'll leave that for a minute. Okay. All right, James is moving here. As James starts to step in, I feel a grandmother energy, but then there's another female with them. Is that the one you were hoping for as well? Perfect, good. Because all I keep getting is just tell her I'm here, it's okay. Do you understand it? And I can feel her just behind your grandmother. Okay, so I'm just going to leave her for a minute. I feel like they want me to start here for a minute until they get situated, because I don't know who's going to come through first, because I feel like 2 or 3 of them are going to talk at the same time. So I'm going to go back and forth between both tables. Okay? This is going to get interesting. So I'm having everyone here line up for you guys, and then they're kind of all over here. Do you understand? Okay, good. But I have Helen saying her name to me, and she's saying Helen. And then I kept getting breast cancer. And then I feel like it starts to spread through the system, but this is where it started. Do you understand it? Perfect, good. So I'm already feeling that. And that's a mother energy? Perfect, so whether mother, grandmother. Who is it for you, honey? Okay, because I keep getting, she's who I'm here for. Do you understand it? Okay, is this your grandmother? Perfect. That's why I feel mother, grandmother. Do you understand? That's why I was feeling both before, and I was being told it was a maternal energy, because it's your mom and your grandmother, because now she's saying to me, mom, grandmother. And then I have the name Helen. Do you understand it? Perfect. And who is Helen for you? Perfect. Okay. Helen is the first person I attached to, which means she's helping her to come through. Do you understand? Wonderful. Okay. Did you have time with her? Okay, because she's saying to me, I spent time with her, but not as much as I would have wanted to. Do you understand it? Perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and read them first, and then I'm going to come right over. And it's just because they're saying to me she doesn't have a lot of energy. Helen's going to help her. It just means that she's starting to run low on her energy, and I want to be able to get everything and anything I can out of her. And so that's why Helen's given the support too. Do you understand? Wonderful, wonderful. Who recognizes the name Margaret? It's very clear to me. I'm being told it's back here. Who claims it? Margaret? All right, I'm going to leave that. Who has the maternal energy with the name it's like a grandmother or maternal energy Margaret? Is that your grandmother? Perfect. Okay, good. Good. I keep getting Margaret, and I know it's a maternal energy, so she's standing here. We're going to talk to Helen, which I know is your grandmother, and then your mom and your grandmother. Okay. Is she the main person you were hoping for? Because she's making me feel like she's important. And when they make me feel that, not only is it the bond between the 2 of you, but it's her way of saying that she was number 1 on your mind. Do you understand? Perfect. Good. Okay. I'm going to go back and forth with her and Helen. What's going to happen is Helen's going to help her to pass stuff, and it's just because she's losing her energy a little bit, and that's okay. She's making me feel the breast cancer. Oh, this is so interesting. I've never had anyone show it to me this way before, but she's showing me all this pink across her chest. Do you understand that? What's that about? Okay. Because she keeps saying to me, talk about the pink, talk about the breast cancer. You have it? And you had it too? Okay. So this is hereditary. Because she's saying to me, we're not the only two in the family. Meaning there's other people who have passed to cancer, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it's breast cancer, okay? But you had it and you're in remission? Perfect, okay. She keeps saying to me she's a fighter. Do you understand it? Did you get it once and then go into remission? Okay, perfect. Because she's saying to me, this is the first time she went through it. She's in the second stage. She's in remission. Do you understand? That's why she's saying second stage. Okay, perfect. I'm being told that she is one of the main people that watch over you because of the connection between the two of you. When you talk to her, did you hope that she would bring up that she watches over you because of the same connection?
It's for full size. I mean, it used to be $1 difference. So,
okay, perfect. Good.
I'll just let her know when she gets here. You said, do you know what kind of car she has?
Good. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, wonderful. Okay. Good. So it's her way of acknowledging the breast cancer, but then it's her way of also talking about you. Do you understand? Okay, good. And who's the one that planted the memorial garden? Because they're showing me the flowers and the planting. You're thinking about doing it? Do you do the memorial with the flowers? Okay, perfect, good. That's what it is. Because they're making me walk across the grass, and I feel like I'm planting the flowers as the memorial. That could be on your property, or it can have something to do with the plot as well. But they're talking about the memorial garden, meaning she knows that you like to go there, and there's the visitation. Do you understand it? Perfect, good. So it's just her way of saying that you don't always have to be there to attach to her in spirit. Do you understand? Because she's saying to me, I know she knows when I'm around. Okay, perfect. What's the fascination with the cardinals? Because she's showing me the cardinals, and she keeps saying to me, cardinals is one of the signs for the two of you. And she keeps saying two, but it's probably about you and your mom. Do you understand it? Perfect. So it's her way of validating that that's a sign that she's been giving you. It's something not only that she loves, but so do you, and it's one of her signs to you. Do you understand? Wonderful. Good. Now sometimes they'll have just a basic sign for everybody. Sometimes there will be specific signs for certain individuals. So I feel like it goes to you because you do you understand? Okay. Good. And why does she keep saying talk about the angel wings? What's with the angel wings? Do you look at her as a guardian for you? Perfect, good. When they say that, sometimes it's just their way of saying that they're a guardian for you. Okay, good. She just said, tell her how proud I am of her. Do you worry about the cancer coming back? Okay. That's why she kept making me feel hereditary in the family. All she keeps saying to me is, tell her no matter what, I'm going to be there and I'm her angel. That's why she was showing me the wings. Perfect. Meaning it just went with the sentence that she hadn't delivered yet. Wonderful. She's very sweet, very, very, very loving. What's with the month of October? She's showing me balloons. Who's the other person in the family that has the birthday month in October? Okay. Okay, because I keep being told, talk about, watch over, and October balloons. So I'm going to leave that until I get the further validation, okay? But it's probably about him, okay? And who recognizes William? William. Who's William? Okay. Because she keeps saying to me, talk about William. Okay. William's still here? It's her way of validating she's watching over him. Because when they say talk about, it means she wants to validate somebody on this plane. Do you understand it? Do you call him something different than William? Like Bill or Billy or William or Willie or something? I just feel like there's a shorter name. When they say this is the proper name and then I want to shorten it, where there's a shorter version or a nickname, it's their way of validating. Do you understand? Perfect. Good. She keeps saying to me, is he like in his 20s or 30s? Okay. I feel like he's under 30, that's why I'm asking. She just keeps saying to me, he's a gentleman, he's a gentleman, okay, that's it. Sometimes that can be because they're an older spirit and it's her way of saying he's a gentleman, or it could be because she's trying to make me feel how he is as far as a person. Do you understand? I just felt like he was under 30 and that's why I had to say, because she wasn't making me feel the age. But she's saying to me, he's one of the main people she watches over, that he's watched over by her as well. Okay? So I'm just going to listen to what she's saying to me. Yeah, all right, I'm asking her what she wants to say about William. Tell her what a good son she's raised. That's why she was making me feel that. So it's her way of acknowledging what a wonderful mom you are. By her giving his name as far as the watch over, and then making me feel about his personality as far as him being gentleman. Do you understand it? Good. I just feel like he's under 30. But she makes me feel like he's so mature. Is he more mature for his age than he should be? That's why. That's why she kept saying gentleman, and that's why I had to ask how old he was, because I feel like he's 20. Do you understand? Does he act like he's 20? Okay, that's it. Perfect. It's just her way of making me feel his personality. Do you understand? Good. He's good with his grades? She keeps showing me A's. Because she said, tell him congratulations on the A's. He's doing better with his grades. Do you understand that? He just got A's for the first time? Perfect. Because she just held this huge A up and she kept saying, talk about his grades, and she's showing me the A. And he just got it for the first time? Wonderful. He's planning on going to college? You're trying to get him a little more serious about it? Has he decided what he wants to do? Okay, well, she's telling me. It's just guidance. It doesn't mean he has to choose it, but she keeps saying lawyer. It's what she's saying to me. Doesn't mean it's what he has to choose. It's just guidance that she's trying to give. Do you understand it? She's saying to me, that just made my daughter happy. Do you understand it? That it's a good profession. Perfect. As I kept getting lawyer for the past couple minutes as she was showing me the A, and I'm like, I have to wait for this because I had to get her sentence. It's just her guidance for him. Doesn't mean he has to choose it. It's just her way of saying, this would actually fit his personality. Do you understand why it would fit his personality though? Perfect. Good. So it's just her way of saying that she sees in him that gentlemanly and just his personality as far as what she was making me feel, and what she thinks would be good for him as far as not only the watch over and the guidance, not that he has to choose it, but just how his personality is and how he's going to continue to grow. Do you understand? Good. Wonderful. Again, doesn't mean it's something he has to choose. Okay. She just keeps saying, I love you both. And she's saying to me, no matter what you go through, she's always going to be that angel for you. And then she just showed me a little white angel sitting on that shoulder right there, meaning she's always going to be that guardian angel right there for you. Okay? You dream about her? Because she's saying to me, I know she sees me in her dreams. Do you understand it? So it's her way of trying to make that connection with you then as well. Do you understand? Wonderful. Perfect. All right, what else do you want to say to her? Because I'm asking her what else she wants to say to you. And if there's anything else she wants to say here. Because they're saying to me I'm only going to have her for like another 2 minutes. Again, I feel like I'm only touching the surface with her. It's like I'm only getting like 2% of what she could actually tell me. But a lot of it has to do with she's lost her energy just a little bit. She's very grounded though. Like she was very grounded in her faith. She makes me feel like she's just a very kind, gentle spirit. Do you understand? Wonderful. So not only is it her making me feel her on the other side, but also her personality why she was here.